Good evening, children. 9th standard science. Today's topic is crop production and management, and then how to improve the crop production and adding manures and fertilizers. These are all the topics for today's session. Okay. So, what are the essential factors for need to survive in this earth? Yes, we know about all the details. Yes, what are the factors? First one is food, air, water, shelter. So these are all the essential needs. Yes, in this session, we are going to learn further details about the crop productions. Yes, basically, India is the agricultural country only. So, who are the producer of the food? Who are the producers, ma? Yes, animals. First one is plants are the producers. Plants are the first producers. So, animals and plants are depend the animals and humans are depend the plants only. Depend the plants for food. Is it or not? Yes, we need the basic essential factors in this earth: food, air, water, shelter. These are all the essential factors. In this session, we are going to learn some details about how the production of crops. So, who is the producer of the food? Means plants are the producer of the food. Animals and humans are depend the plants for food because plants only the producers. In which process? Yes, in photosynthesis process. Yes, in photosynthesis process, plants produce the food. Okay. Plants in photosynthesis process, they are making the food products. So then only animals and humans are directly or indirectly, we are depend the plants only. We need food for energy. Yes, we need energy for the till last minute of the survive. So, what are the energies? Yes, the energies are in different kinds of energies: heat energy, light energy, and then one is energy means. Yes, we need basic energy for each and every action, for speaking and then running, walking, each and every action, eating, walking. There are different kinds of actions we are doing each and every day. So, we need energy for these all kind of actions: eating, writing, speaking, playing. So, all the actions are done in our day-to-day life. For each and every actions, we need some energy. Who gave the energy? Yes, food and water. These two materials are gives the energy. Food and essential amount of water only gives the energy for all kind of actions. Is that clear? So plants and animals are the main source of food for all organism. There is no doubt. Okay. So plants are the producers of the food only. Okay. So next heading, how the agriculture is practiced. Agricultural practices. What are the categories? First one, agricultural practices. Yes, agriculture has always been the backbone of our economy. Yes, agriculture is the backbone. Backbone is very essential for our human skeletal, human structure. Without backbone, just you imagine how can we walk, how can we sit, how can we sleep? Without backbone, we can't do anything. So, in that manner, backbone. So, agriculture is the backbone of our country economy. Yes, country is depend the agriculture only. So, this is the basic prime profession for our country. Okay, so since the Green Revolution, we have been cultivating different types of crops. What is the Green Revolution? Yes, Green Revolution mean because of higher amount of population, we want to crop more production of crops. So in that manner, we introduced Green Revolution. We want to cultivate higher amount of crop production because of population. Population is increases each and every day. How can we compensate the population? Yes. How to supply the food materials? Yes, with the help of the crop production. So the fields in olden ways we cultivate per year one time only. It is not sufficient for in current days because the population population amount is very high. So we want to compensate that insufficiency. So we introduce the Green Revolution. So our country also following the three types of crops are grown in our area. So what are the three types? Yes, in olden days, we cultivate limited amount of crops only. That is not sufficient for our population. So that our country introduced the three categories. What are the three categories? Yes, that is Kharif, Rabi and Zaid. One is Kharif crops. So what is that? Yes, the crops which are sown in the rainy season. So depends upon the season, we introduce the three categories of crops. Summer season, winter season, rainy season. In each and every season, we cultivate different kinds of crops in the same field. Okay. So first one is Kharif. Yes, the crops which are sown in the rainy season. That is called as Kharif crops. So what are the Kharif crops? What season? Rainy season. Rainy season period is June to September. June to September season is called as rainy season. So the crops which are sown in the rainy season are called as Kharif crops. So what are the Kharif crops? Yes, what are the examples of Kharif crops? Yes, paddy, maize and soya bean. So these are all called as Kharif crops. In Kharif season, we want to cultivate these kind of crops. What are they? Paddy, maize, soya bean, groundnut. So these are all the Kharif crops. Okay, so first is over. What is Kharif crops? Crops which are sown in the rainy season or Kharif crop, which is called as known as rainy season. June to September month duration is called as rainy season. What are the crops we want to cultivate in this season? Means paddy, maize, soya bean, and groundnut. Okay, so next one is Rabi. The second crop variety is Rabi crops. So, the season of Rabi is winter season. Winter season. Yes, the month from October to March. So, in these between these months are known as winter season. October to March season is known as winter season. The crops grown in winter season are called Rabi crops. Okay. So what is Rabi? Crops are grown in winter season. What are the crops grown in winter season? Yes. Example, wheat, gram, pea, and then mustard. So these are all the Rabi crops. Okay, what are the crops are grown in Rabi season? Wheat, gram, pea, and then mustard. So, what is Rabi crops? The crops grown in winter season. Which months are known as winter? October to March season is called as winter season. In this season, we want to cultivate wheat, gram, pea, and then mustard crops. Okay. So, two kinds of crops are over. Is there any doubt, Pa? Yes. The third one is side. Third one is side crops. Yes, it's known as summer crops. So, summer season, the crops which are grown in summer season are called Syed crops. Okay. What are the Syed crops? Example is muskmelon, watermelon, and then cucumber. So these are all Syed crops. Yes, the crops which are grown in summer season. Summer season means, yes, April, May, June, July. So these months are called as summer period. So in this period, we want to cultivate muskmelon, watermelon, and cucumber. Yes, ACERA center asked once again the same concept, Ama. Kharif and then Kharif means the crops which are sown in the rainy season. Rainy season crops are known as Kharif. Rainy season crops, the months between June to September. Okay, in the season is called as rainy season, the crops are sown in that season are called as Kharif. The crops are paddy, maize, and then groundnut are the examples of Kharif. And then what is Rabi? Rabi means winter season. Rabi means winter season crops. Crops are grown in winter season, that is from October to March. Season crops are known as Rabi. The examples of Rabi crops are wheat, gram, pea, mustard. These are all called as Rabi crops. Third one is Sayed, summer season crop. That is crops which are grown in summer season are called as Sayed crops. Example is muskmelon, watermelon, and cucumber, because in summer season our body needs more amount of water. So these varieties of crops are having large amount of water because of the temperature is higher on that season. So we want to take these kind of crops. Okay, so these are all the three kinds of crop details. Is there any doubt in this concept, ma? What is crop production? And then what are the agriculture practices? What are the different categories of crops? These are all the three main categories. Sayed crops. This is the explanation of Sayed crops. The crops which are grown. What are the crops? Muskmelon, watermelon, cucumber. Yes, the crops which are grown in summer season. Summer season crops are called as Sayed crops. Summer season crop means in that period, these crops are grown in large quantity. So because of that season, so this is the crops muskmelon, watermelon, and cucumber. Okay, summer season crops. So these crops are grown in large amount. Okay. Shall we move to next? Yes. Kharif and Rabi. So paddy, maize, bajra, jowar. So these are all Kharif crops. Kharif crop plants, that is, these crops are sown in rainy season. Rainy season crops are paddy, maize, bajra, and jowar. So next one is Rabi. So Rabi means wheat, bajra, peas, and gram. These are all the examples of Rabi crop plants. Okay, Kharif crop plants, paddy, maize, bajra, and jowar, wheat, and then barley, peas, and gram. These are all the examples of Rabi crops. This is the picture of Sayed crops. Sayed crop means Sayed season, short season during the summer months. Sayed season is the short season between the Rabi and Kharif season during the summer months. Crop produce watermelon, muskmelon, cucumber. Okay. So, cucumber, watermelon, muskmelon, these are all the crops of summer season. Cucumber, watermelon, and muskmelon. Okay. So, next topic is, according to our usages, we want to classify some more crop varieties because of our usages. What are the crop varieties? Yes, that is food crops. First variety is food crops. What are the food crops? Paddy and maize. paddy and maize are called as food crops. Paddy and maize are cultivated for human consumption. We are taking more amount of paddy and maize. We are preparing our food. Sorry, I don't know Telugu language. I will refer until the next class. Okay. Food crops, paddy and maize. These are all the known as the food crops. We are preparing different kinds of food items. Rice varieties and tiffin varieties we are preparing with the help of these two crops. So it is called as food crops. And then next one is fodder crops. These are useful for livestock consumption, that is sorghum and millets. These two varieties are called as fodder crops. And next one is fiber crops. Fiber crop means these crops are used for cottage and textiles, cotton and hemp. So, we are manufacturing different kinds of textiles varieties. We are using different kinds of cloths. How can we manufacturing with the help of the cotton varieties? We are preparing different kinds of materials. And next one is oil crops. Another variety is oils. So, oil also the essential factor. We want to prepare our food items. So, what are the oil crops means? Groundnut and sesame. So, these are all the oil crop varieties. And next one is, next variety is ornamental crops. Ornamental crop means they are utilized the landscape gardening. Ornamental crops. These are using for the landscape gardening. Hemp is nothing but jute. Hemp means jute. Jute means jute is help to pack the materials. Jute variety, jute seeds are known as hemp seeds. Yes, hemp seeds are in Telugu, Janmu Vitanalu. Janmu Vitanalu means hemp. Hemp means jute. That is an English term. In Telugu, Janmu Vitanalu is in Telugu term. Okay. So, these are all the extra our usages. We are dividing in different kinds of crops. That is food crops, fodder crops, fiber, oil and ornamental crops. Okay. And next one is how to, what are the basic practices of crop production? So, what are the practices means? Soil preparation. First one is soil preparation. Yes, different activities. The crop productions are ploughing, sowing, applying fertilizers, harvesting, seed storage. First one is soil. How to prepare the soil? In agricultural process, the soil is want to loosen condition. So loosen soil helps the growth of earthworm and then soil microbes. We need loosen soil. The loosened soil is the best condition for the cultivation. So the organisms add humus to the soil and are the friendly to farmers. Earthworm is known as the friend of farmer. Sit. Earthworm is known as friend of farmer. So plants absorb water, minerals, nutrients, air from the soil itself. So how the plants are absorb these materials? Yes, plants. Yes, we are supplying different conditions, fertilizers and then minerals, water and nutrients. How the plants are absorbed? Yes, the plants absorb these nutrients with the help of soil only. What are they? Water, minerals, and then nutrients. Pesticides and fertilizers and air. So the plants absorbs these materials with the help of the soil only. Soil absorbs all the materials and then supply to the plant part. Is it or not? The plant roots only absorb water, mineral, nutrients and air. Where the roots are present? The roots are present under the soil. Okay. So the below part of the plant is known as root system. The root system only absorb these materials. The root is fixed in the soil only. Okay, so the soil absorb all the materials and supply to the root. The root supplies all the parts of the plants. So this is the cycle. Okay, so the essential preparation of the soil in a proper way before starting the cultivation practice. Okay, so the preparation methods. What are the preparation methods? One is ploughing. The first step is ploughing. Yes, ploughing is the process of loosening and the turning the soil up and down. What is ploughing or tilling? This process is known as ploughing or tilling. So the loosening soil and turning the soil process. Loosening and turning the soil up and down. So this process is known as ploughing. What is the ploughing process? Loosening and turning the soil up and down. Why they want to turn? Because of the availability of nutrients in the root zone only. The root zone only absorb all the materials. So we want to turn the soil and up and down process. What are the important agriculture implements to use the ploughing process? Plough and then hoe, cultivator. These materials are help to ploughing the soil. Yes, this is the ploughing process. Ploughing process is mainly used tilling the soil and add the fertilizers also. In this process, the soil is turned up and down. Okay. So the crop remove the weeds and other waste material also. In ploughing process, first one is the soil is in up and down and then the weeds are also removed in this place. That is, these plants are unwanted plants in that area. So we want to remove the plants. That kind of plants are known as weeds. In ploughing process, the weeds also remove on that area. So we want to add some fertilizer in that area. I mean, so ploughing process, we want to add some fertilizers. So plough is made of wood. Yes, this is known as plough. It is made of wooden material. A pair of bulls also help in ploughing process. Contains the strong and sharp triangular iron strip. Yes, here the iron strip was present in this place. That material only till the soil. Tilling process is done in this place only. So the main part of an plough is long of wood and is called as plough shaft. This long part is called as plough shaft. Okay. The other end is attached in the beam which is placed in bull's neck. Yes, this part is fixed in the bull's neck. Okay. This material, this object is called as plough. It is made of wooden material, sharp iron end till the soil, and the another end is fixed in the bullock's neck. Okay. So this process is known as ploughing process. And then another instrument is once again. Yes, this is called as hoe. Yes, this instrument is called as hoe. It is a simple tool which is used to tilling the soil. So, first one is ploughing. Ploughing process, the plough is used to till the soil. Second instrument is hoe. Very simple tool to use to till the land, remove the weeds also. We want to remove the weeds with the help of hoe tool. So it has a long wooden rod with a bent iron plate. Yes, this is wooden rod. The iron plate is joined in this place. So the other end may be attached to an animal. Okay, so the hoe is also used to ploughing and tilling the soil. And next one is cultivator. Yes, this machine is called as cultivator. Very easy. Easy machine means the work is easily done with the help of cultivator. Cultivators are driven by a tractors. This part is known as cultivator. The cultivator part is joined with the tractor. Okay, so cultivators also turn the soil and remove the weeds also. The same process. We want to remove the weeds, and as well as we want to loosening the soil up and down. So these two actions are done with this cultivator machine. Cultivator is driven by a tractor, and then also kill the weeds and dig up unwanted vegetations, that is weeds. So nowadays ploughing is done by the tractor only, because we are having large amount of areas. So cultivator is the easy machine to tilling the soil and as well as remove weeds, the parts. And one more advantage is it saves the labor and time part. The cultivator machine save the labor, because normal manual working means we need more number of labors to want to cultivate, that is ploughing the soil. But in this machine is easily complete the work within a day, and as well as the time duration also save and labor also save with the help of cultivator. So in these three machines, that is ploughing, hoe and cultivating. And next one is leveling. Next one is leveling. What is leveling? Yes, leveling means, that is, once the field is ploughed means the top soil is in loose condition. After the ploughing method, the top soil is loose condition. Okay. So we want to level the soil, because the leveling of the soil is done with the implement that is called as leveler. With the help of leveler, we want to level the soil, because the top soil is loose manner. So that we want to level the soil. So which is a heavy wooden or iron plank. So the field also helps to uniform distribution. After the leveling, the soil is in uniform distribution. So the uniform distribution process is done by with the help of leveler machine. Okay, leveler object. And next one is basal manuring. Basal manuring means, what is that? We want to supply some amount of manure. Basal manuring means, that is nature of the soil. So manure contains many amount of nutrients for the growth of soil. And what purpose we want to supply the manure means, the growth of plant. So we want to need more amount of growth of plants we need. So to increase the fertility of the soil, or we want to add some amount of manure, the soil fertility also increase, and then growth of plants also increase when we supply the manure. When we want to supply some amount of manure means the soil fertility is increased, as well as the growth of plants also increased in the process of adding manures. So application of green manure and the farmyard manure will also enhance the growth. What is green manure? Yes, the organic manure. Green manure. And then farmyard manure. These two manures are enhance the growth of plants. Enhance mean improve the growth of plants. These two are essential for basal manuring. And then another topic is sowing of seeds. Sowing of seeds. First one, we want to plough the soil, and then next one is sowing. Sowing of seeds is the next process, the second step of crop production. The second step of crop production is sowing. Yes, there are two kinds of sowing. One is by hand, another one is seed drill. One is sowing by hand. Manual method. So manual method means, that is sowing by hand, and then another one is seed drill. In this method, yes, the second step is crop production is sowing of seeds. After the soil preparation is over means sowing process will be starts on that place. Sowing is actually the process of planting the seeds. So what is sowing means? Planting the seeds. We want to plant the seeds in the soil. That process is known as sowing of seeds, planting of the seeds. So we want to, the seeds that are sown have to be selected, and the qualities is also we want to seed and that place. At that manner only we need more amount of yield. Okay, so first one is sowing by hand, the scattering of seeds by hand in the simplest method. Very simplest method is sowing by hand. Yes, so this picture explains the sowing of seeds. Yes, the seeds are fixed in the soil. So this process is called as sowing of seeds. Planting of seeds is otherwise called as sowing of seeds. That is scattering of seeds by hand in the simplest method. So this is the most economical method of sowing of seeds. Okay. And next one is seed drill. Seed drill process. Yes, seed drill means it is a modern method of sowing seeds. This is manual method, very simplest method, but seed drill is a modern method of sowing of seeds. Yes, because better and more efficient method of sowing by hand is seed drill. It's usually done by the iron drills. So that is the help of the tractor only. Seed drill sow the seeds in very easy manner and quick process also. And next one is dibbling. Yes, what does dibbling means? It's the placement of seed and material in the narrow or the pit or hole. So we want to determine the spacing bit. So we want to sow the seeds in proper manner. So that is called as proper space. We want to fix the seed. So that process is called as dibbling. Soil around the hole is pressed and hand or leg for the moist soil. So that is called as dibbling. We want to fix the seeds in the soil in proper manner. So that is called as dibbling. And next heading is adding manure and fertilizers. Yes, that is the main concept. Sit. What is adding manure and fertilizers? Substance which are added the soil from the nutrients for the enhance the growth of plants. At what purpose we want to supply the manure and fertilizer means we want to enhance the growth of plants. Okay. Enhance the growth of plants purpose, we want to supply the manure and fertilizers. So this term, basal manuring. Basal manuring means nothing. Manuring, add manure, that is manure contains the main. Before sowing our seeds, we want to supply some amount of manure to increase the soil fertility. Yes, one center student asked the basal manure concept. What does mean by basal manure means? Basal manure before sowing of seed process. Before sowing of seed process, we want to supply some amount of manure into the soil. Yes, we want to increase the soil fertility. We want to increase the soil fertility manner. Just we add some amount of manures. Before sowing of seed process, we supply some manure. Why we want to supply means we want to increase the soil fertility. Just we add some manure means automatically the soil fertility was increased. So because that after process will be good. So on that manner only we supply the basal manure. Basal manure means before sowing the seed process, after the ploughing process. After the ploughing process, we supply some amount of manure. Why we want to supply means we want to increase the soil fertility in that area because we supply the manure. Is it clear? After sowing of seed process, we want to enhance the growth of plants so that we add the manure and fertilizers. Before sowing of seeds, basal manure means soil fertility was increased. After that, sowing of seed process, we add some manure and fertilizers. Why we want to supply means because we want to improve the growth of plants. The term fertility refers the inherent capacity of the soil. So, manure is an organic substance. Organic substance means organic manure is the best manure. So, organic manures are substance obtained from the decomposition of plants and animals. Organic substance, organic manures are received. How they are prepared means decomposition of plants and animals. Yes, decomposition of the plants and animals. Yes, we will get the organic manure. How we will get the organic manure means decomposition of plants and animals. Animals waste, that is excretory product of the animals. So the decomposed matter used as an organic manure. Regular addition of organic manure helps the maintain the soil fertility, protecting them from the water erosion and the preventing of nutrition losses. Yes, when we are using the organic manure in continuous process, when we want to use the organic manure in our field in all the season means, yes, what are the improvement we will expect in that area means, yes, maintain the soil fertility, and next one is protecting them from wind and water. And next advantages is water erosion. Water erosion and preventing the nutrients loss. Nutrition loss. Yes, these are all the advantages of organic manure usages. Yes, we are used the organic manure in our field in all the periods means the maintain the soil fertility is maintained in that area, and next protecting them from the wind and water erosion, preventing the nutrients loss. So these are all the advantages of organic manure. Fertilizer. So these details are about the organic manure. And next one is fertilizer. Fertilizer substance which added to the soil improve the plant growth and as well as the yield. What is the uses of fertilizer? Fertilizer Usages. What are the usages? What are the advantages of fertilizer means? When we add the fertilizer means definitely they improve the plant's growth. Improve the plant growth and as well as the yield. Yield means result. Okay. Yield means after the harvesting, we want to count the number of ton material will be produced in our area. That is known as yield. That is result of the harvesting. So fertilizers are composed mainly urea, ammonium sulfate, superphosphate. What are the composition of fertilizer means? Urea, ammonium sulfate, and superphosphate. So potash, that is NPK, nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. These are all the fertilizers. Examples of fertilizers means fertilizers are composed mainly urea, ammonium sulfate, superphosphate, and then NPK, nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. Synthetic fertilizers are significantly improve the quantity of the food availability. So the long-term uses debated the environmentalists. So this is the details about the fertilizers. So adding manure means manure is the organic substance obtained from the decomposition of plants and animal waste. It was improve the enhance the plant's growth. Fertilizer usages improve the plant growth as well as the yield. Fertilizers are composed by urea, ammonium sulfate, superphosphate, and NPK. Okay. Now I'm going to share a simulation part. Yes. Yes. In this simulations, yes, what are the topics we learned in this session? Different kinds of crops, Kharif, Rabi, and Sayed. Yes. What are the crops? You are the very good observer means definitely you please answer this simulation part. Yes. What are the details means? Yes. The examples plants are here. Sayed, Rabi, and Kharif crops. We want the 3 cropping season boxes are given here. Drag and drop the crops in the appropriate season. We want to fix the proper plants in proper season. Sayed crops and then Rabi and then Kharif. Yes. What are the Sayed crops? Yes, the Sayed crops are summer season crops. Yes, one is muskmelon. And next one is watermelon. And next one is cucumber. Is this right, students? Am I right or wrong? Yes, is this right or wrong, ma? These are all the summer season plants. Yes, the desired crop means muskmelon, watermelon, and cucumber are the right answer. Shall we move to the next box? Yes, next one is Rabi. Yes, what are the Rabi crops? Yes, in Rabi period, that is wheat and then rubber products. And next one is peas and then barley. Is this right? Wheat, rubber, peas, and barley. Is this right answer? Shall we move to this place? What are the kharif? Sugarcane, cotton, chover, coffee, and groundnut. Is this right? Yes. My work is correct or wrong? Shall I submit? Yes. See the result. All crops are placed in correct box. Yes, muskmelon, watermelon, cucumber are the Syed crops. Rabi crops, wheat, rubber, and the barley are the Rabi crops. Sugarcane, cotton, jowar, coffee are the groundnut. Okay. One second. Yes, we want to move the next part. Yes. Bajra, wheat, sugarcane, maize, rice, and tea. We want to match the crops in proper places. Yes. Okay, yes. Which one is rice? Shall we match the correct one? Yes, this is rice and this is tea and this is wheat, this is maize and this is sugar cane. Yes, wheat and then bajra. Is it right? Yes. So these are all the right proper boxes. Yes. First one, this is the second most important cereal crop. This Rabi crop requires the cool growing season and bright sunshine at the time of ripening for the wheat. Okay. And next one is grows well on sandy soil and shallow back soil. The major producing states are Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh, Maharashtra, Gujarat, and Haryana. Bajra plant details and then maize plant details. It's a crop which is used both as food and fodder. It is a kharif plant which requires temperature between 21 centigrade to 27 degrees centigrade and grows well in old alluvial soil. Okay. Next one is tea plant. It is an example of plantation and agriculture. Also an important beverage drinks crop introduced in India initially by the British. Major producing states Assam and hills Darjeeling and Jalpaiguri districts, West Bengal, Tamil Nadu and Kerala. Tea plant details, sugar cane. Next one is sugar cane. It is a tropical as well as a subtropical crop. Grows well hot and humid climates with temperature 21 to 27 degrees centigrade. Rainfall between 75 centimeter to 100 centimeter for sugar cane. Rice plant details. Our country is the second largest producer of this crop in the world after China. Yes, we are the second place of producer. It is a kharif crop which requires high temperature, that is above 25 degrees centigrade, humidity and annual rainfall. Okay, these details about rice plant. Okay, I think it is very useful for you. Is it, students? Okay. Yes, this session topics are over. Students, yes. This is doubt session. So you please ask the doubts. What are the details we learnt in the session? What is crop production? Introduction of the crop production. And then what are the practices for the agriculture practices? First one is different kinds of categories of crops, varieties, kharif, rabi, syed, and then some more varieties, food, fodder, fiber, oil, and ornamental. Basic practices of crop production is first one is soil preparation, sowing of seeds, and adding manure and fertilizer. These details we learned in this session. Okay. So, is there any doubt or clarification for these places? You please ask me now. This is for your period. This is the doubt session for you. Doubt session period. So, you please ask me. There is no doubt in this topic, ma? There is no doubt. Okay, you please go through all the details. Is there any clarification? Means definitely you will ask in the next session also. Definitely I will explain about this concept. Okay. Is this clear? There is no doubt in this topics. Sriram sir, shall I wind up or waiting?